Welcome to Story Lab. This week, we're taking a look at the story of someone who was called to be part of a rescue that is so epic, it's almost unbelievable. Hey, I'm Skylar.
And I'm Sebastian.
We're talking about how God can help us be brave when we face difficult things.
Or unusual things.
Hey, this is all the cool stuff I found on my walk through the park.
You mean our park? Our boring, uneventful snooze fest park?
It's actually very awesome when you pay attention.
Really?
It's like an epic mini journey. Sure, you still hear the city sounds, but when you open your eyes, it all starts to fade away. And you start to find stuff like this.
Huh. You need a journey stick.
A what?
Just go with it. Trust me, it's gonna be cool. Let's make it! Today, we're making a journey stick. These were first used by the Aboriginal people in Australia to help recount the story of a journey by adding stuff from their trek.
So it's like a picture of where they went?
Exactly, and you are gonna show us all about your mini journey.
Well, okay. First, I walked by this tree where the leaves were already turning bright red.
Perfect.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I passed that muddy little pond and I saw a bunch of tiny little frogs jumping around. And anyway, I grabbed this really funky rock.
Oh,
And
cool.
then, a bird started scolding me like he was a grumpy old man telling me to get off of his lawn. And it was just a whole thing. And
So you pulled out one of its feathers.
no, silly, I found this on the ground. But when I kept going, I came to the creek and found this little guy bobbing around.
Aha! An escapee from last summer's rubber ducky race.
Through the water to freedom.
Yeah, speaking of which, it's time for...
The story before the story.
Today we're in Exodus, the second book in the Bible.
In the beginning, God created the whole world and everything in it, including people.
But when people turned away from God, the world was broken, and so was our friendship with God.
Still, from the beginning, God had a plan to restore it all.
God chose one man, Abraham, and promised to bless the whole world through his family.
Abraham's family grew to include Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph.
Joseph was sold into slavery in Egypt, but he rose to become second in command of the whole country.
Years later, Joseph invited his family to come to Egypt, where they were saved from the famine.
Which is where our story starts.
Take it away.
Hey everyone, I'm Colin. Over the years, Joseph's family, the Israelites, grew in number and spread out in the land. But then a new king, or Pharaoh, came to power. He didn't remember Joseph and he feared the Israelites.
If war breaks out, they'll join our enemies, force them to work hard in the fields and build cities.
This was terrible news for God's people. But still, the Israelites grew in number. At last, Pharaoh ordered that all Israelite baby boys must be killed. But one family wasn't about to let their baby son be taken. They hid him in a basket at the river's edge. The boy, later called Moses, was discovered by the Egyptian princess and raised as her own son. When Moses grew up, he tried to protect some Israelite men, but made trouble instead. So Moses ran away to the land of Midian, where he lived a quiet life, until one day.
Moses.
God called to Moses from the midst of a burning bush. God had heard the cries of the Israelites, and now God wanted Moses to lead the rescue mission.
Who am I that I should do this? Suppose I go to the people of Israel and they ask who sent me.
Tell them, I am has sent me to you. Say to the elders, I will bring you out of Egypt. I will bring you into a land that has plenty of milk and honey.
But what if they won't listen?
God gave Moses 3 signs to show the Israelites, but Moses was still filled with fear. He still didn't feel ready.
Lord, I've never been a good speaker.
I will teach you what to say.
Please send someone else to do it.
What about your brother Aaron? He can speak well. He is already on his way to meet you. I will help both of you speak.
Moses still didn't feel ready, but he knew that God was with him. When Aaron arrived, the brothers traveled to Egypt and told the Israelite elders what God had said. Then they went to Pharaoh.
The Lord is the God of Israel. He says, "Let my people go."
Now you've got to remember, Moses grew up in the Egyptian palace. He may have even been raised together with the current Pharaoh when they were boys.
Who is the Lord? Why should I obey him?
Not only did Pharaoh refuse to let God's people go, but he made them work even harder. Now the Israelites were angry with Moses too. Moses was ready to give up, but God told him to return to Pharaoh. So Moses showed Pharaoh amazing signs. Still, the king refused to listen. So God told Moses to meet Pharaoh on the banks of the Nile River.
The Lord says, "Let my people go," but you have not listened.
God gave Moses instructions for Aaron to take his staff and hold his hand over the water. Aaron did exactly as God had commanded, and all the streams and rivers and lakes in Egypt became blood. But Pharaoh refused to believe.
Magic tricks. I won't let you go.
Again and again, God instructed Moses to tell Pharaoh to let God's people go. And over, Pharaoh refused. So God sent frogs to appear everywhere, then clouds of gnats and flies. After that, all the livestock died, and the Egyptians were covered with terrible sores. Huge hailstones rained down, and locusts destroyed anything that was left. At last, deep darkness covered the land for 3 days. Through all of this, Pharaoh still refused to let God's people go. So God warned Moses of one final terrible plague. At midnight, the firstborn son of every Egyptian family would die. But God gave Moses special instructions for the Israelites.
Each family must kill a Passover lamb. Put some of the blood over the top of your doorframe and along both sides. Then the destroying angel will pass by your homes.
Everything happened just as God had said. The Egyptians were devastated, and Pharaoh called for Moses.
Get out of here. You and the Israelites leave my people. Go!
In the middle of the night, the Israelite families, more than 1 million people, packed up and left. God went ahead of the people, leading them through the desert in a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of flame at night. But they weren't free yet. As they approached the Red Sea, Pharaoh and his army chased after them. It was a desperate situation. The Red Sea stretched out ahead, blocking their way. From behind, the Egyptians thundered toward them. God's people were trapped.
Don't be afraid. Stand firm. You will see how the Lord will save you.
God told Moses to hold out his walking stick over the Red Sea. Immediately, a strong wind arose. It pushed back the waters until a pathway appeared. The Israelites walked right through the heart of the sea on dry ground. But as morning dawned, the Egyptians pursued God's people. As the Israelites reached the far side, though, the waters closed up again. The sea swept away the Egyptian army.
The Lord has saved us.
Even though Moses had been afraid to return to Egypt, he had chosen to trust, and God gave him the courage to lead the people to freedom. The end.
Whew, I think I need to catch my breath.
That's like 20 stories in one.
And they connect to so many more stories. Remember how the Israelites had to put the blood of a Passover lamb over their doors?
So they could be saved.
God instructed the Israelites to celebrate Passover every single year because it became a perfect picture of what Jesus would do for us hundreds of years later.
So basically, Jesus is like the Passover lamb.
Exactly. Because Jesus chose to give up his life for us, we can be saved and restored to relationship with God.
It's amazing how that all fits together.
So, what's our part in the story?
Well, God is probably not going to ask you to part the waters of a sea, but God will definitely ask you to do some things that require courage.
And you're gonna need God to help you be brave enough to do those hard things.
Especially if you don't feel ready.
Sometimes that hard thing may feel really big, like starting at a new school or playing in your first piano recital.
But little things can take courage too.
Like smiling at someone even if you aren't sure they'll smile back.
Or going to a friend's birthday party where you don't know anyone there.
The truth is, you will often face things that you don't feel quite ready for, and that's okay. God can give you courage.
All you have to do is ask. When you follow Jesus, God sends the Holy Spirit to live inside you.
When you know that God's Spirit is with you, then you can take the first step.
I think you've got it. See you next time.
Bye. So here's the thing. God can give you courage when you don't feel ready.
For your first time on an airplane,
A filling at the dentist.
welcoming a new brother or sister.
Or even your first time walking to the neighborhood park by yourself.
Speaking of, oh, orange peel.
Dropped by the world's cutest toddler. She almost fell in the creek.
Oh, thanks for joining us in the Story Lab. See you next time. Parking ticket?
Unpaid. Dark day for someone.
This is a hefty fine. Good thing it's not me.